In our today's video, we want to conduct a mass mail attack. In other words, this is all about phishing simulation. So we want to see how we can use social engineering tricks to gain access to a remote host. Now we are going to compile list of email addresses and send it to the masses. Whoever clicks on the link that we are going to attach to the email, and then the system will be hacked. The system is going to be exploited. So now let us go. I'm going to start here afresh so that we see how it works. So I'm going to just clear my screen. I will launch my sudo SE toolkit, that's social engineering toolkit that I'm going to use. That's the application. So once this comes up, the first thing I'm going to do is to select one, social engineering attacks. Then the second one, I'm dealing with mass mailer attack. So I'm going to select 5, mass mailer attack. The next one, I want to send mass mailer email to bulk users. So I will select 2. And then the next one, I want to use a one-time email template. One-time email template means that I just want to send it once, and then I'm going to put what the subject is. So here I'm going to call it free airtime so that everyone can actually free airtime and data. So that's what I want my free airtime and data. That's what I want the subject of the email to be. So I'm just going to send it as HTML. So here I'm going to put the type the body of the email. So I will say kindly follow this link. All right, kindly follow this link. Follow this link to. Kindly follow this link to qualify, or kindly follow this link to get a free airtime for yourself. Airtime for yourself. All right, so once I'm done, kindly follow this link to get free airtime for yourself. Sorry, I mistakenly did, so I will say enter. Next line, I am done. Don't worry, I made a mistake to enter that. So I will type here end, so I am done. So now it's asking the path. It's asking for path to the file that contains the email addresses of the user that I want to send it to. So I already have the email computed. So if you are looking at this video and you want to know how it is done, so I can show you. So let's assume your email address is young, all right, young at example.com, all right, is your email address. Example.com is your email address, and then the next one is maybe just song at gmail, right, gmail.com, and so on and so forth. So let's assume these are your what email addresses that you want to send, your target email addresses of bulk users you want to send the email to. So you can just compute them one after the other like this. Even if it's 500,000 or 100,000, no problem. When you are done, just save it, click on file, and then save it. All right, save it as, give it a name, then go to the path you save that particular file to. So, and then once that is done, you import it here. So now my own part here is going to be, this is my path. I have here home / Kali / desktop. It's on my desktop / and then the file name is gm.txt. all right, so this is it. So if I want to show you, I can simply exit this and then show you. This is it here. So if I click on this, right click on it, and then say copy. Let's see, I can just say copy. If I copy, it should copy it with the path. So if I come back to the application here, let me remove this one here and just try to paste it so you can see. So you can see it's the same thing that is coming out. So having done that, I will just say enter, and then it's asking me, do I want to use my Gmail account? All right, I will say yes, I want to use my Gmail account for now. So I will select one, and then here, what is my Gmail that I want to use? I will type in my Gmail that I want to use. So that's my Gmail that I want to use. This is the Gmail I want to use for the attack. All right. And then the next thing, hit enter. It says, what name will they see? I said, let me put it, I'm going to put it as airtime slash data vendor. All right. So all this is just done so that users will be tricked to be able to click on the link. So hit enter. Then it's asking for password. Now this is not your actual email password. This will be a password that is linked to the SE toolkit. So I'm going to come here into this my mail, go to manage, log into that your mail that you use for the attack, then go to manage and then go to security. And when you go to security, go to app password and then generate a password for it. So here I'm going to go to security. Then when I go to security, I should search my email for app password. So ensure that two-factor authentication is set up before you can do that. So here I'm going to say app. I'm just going to search for app passwords. So hit enter to look out for it. So when it pops up, you are just going to enter the name of the application you are working with and then click on save and the password will come out. But if in the case you still cannot find it like this, like you can see that it's not coming up, so what you can do there is scroll down, go to search Google. So if you come to search Google, you should be able to see our password now. All right, just wait for it to come up. So once it comes up, so here it's asking for you to enter your details. So here login, it says enter your password to be sure you are the one. So I'm just going to enter my password here. I'm going to enter my password here. So once I do that, just 1 minute, let me see, because most times I keep forgetting my password. So once I enter my password, it should prompt me to now, it will take me to the app password that I will just enter. Let's see how that works. So now you can see I can create the app password. I will delete the previous one that I created and then create a new one. I will say SE Toolkit, SE Toolkit. So look at it there, SE Toolkit. And then here I will say create. So the password will pop up on the screen. So look at it and then you copy the password. Once you copy the password, all right, now go back to the site and paste it there. So I'll come back here, paste the password here. That's Control plus Shift plus V to paste it, and then hit enter. So here it's asking, do you want to send it as high priority? I say yes. And then here it's asking, do you want to attach a file? Yes, I want to attach a file. Now enter the path to the file. Now watch what is going on. The file now, this is where we now go to switch to generate the payload now. So I'm going to say sudo msf venom. So I want to generate payload, all right, a Windows payload that I'm going to use. So now I already have here, so I'm just going to say airtime. So that's the name I'm going to use, airtime, all right. So airtime.exe. So whoever is going to install this application, all right, is going to, so let me use free airtime.exe. So this is how to generate this. This is payload. This is Windows Metapreter reverse TCP. This is my local IP address that is going to host the payload. And then this is the port number of my local machine. And then this is the file type. This is to show the file. And then this is the file type that I'm trying to make use of. And then this is pointing. This is the output of the file, is showing where the output of the file is going to be. So this is the output of the file, all right? Now there's another way to write this. I will just put -o and then this free airtime.exe. So here I'm going to generate the payload or enter my password here. And the payload will be generated. So the next thing, we are going to wait for the payload to generate, all right? In a few minutes, it's going to be generated, and then I will move to MSF sudo MSF console. So this is our metasploit now for us to be able to penetrate the host. Alright, so that's it. So now let's check back and see if the payload has been generated. It's still coming up. So let's see, MSF console is still running, and then here we are going to do something else. We are going to list, because once it's done generating, we should see it, right? So I can easily do this and say cd. I will enter into VAR, because this is where I'm going to copy the file to. And then once I do this, the next thing I'm going to do is that the file will be copied here. So I'm going to copy the file from here. I will show you how to do that. So just hold on for it. So Metasploit is open. We are waiting for the payload to be generated. We can also generate the payload using the Metasploit here. And then the next thing, our attacking machine is going to be our Windows 10. So in our Windows 10, I'm just going to turn off. I'm going to turn off the firewall so that we'll be able to penetrate it when we install the exe file that we are going to download. So I'm going to turn off the firewalls, right? So I'm using the virtual Windows because you have to perform some of your tests in a controlled environment, except you have the explicit permission to do that. That's when you can take it to the live demonstration. All right. So right now I'm going to come here and go to update and security. That will disable Windows firewall. So go to disable the Windows Defender, Windows security. So open this. Just hold on for it a bit. All right. So we are there, and then here you can see, so we can actually click on this virus and threat protection and wait for it to load. Or we can simply go back to this and then click here, come down. Now come down, scroll down, then go to manage, turn this off so that we'll be able to install the application that we are going to download. So still go down again. There's another one we have to still turn off. All right, turn off this as well. Tamper protection, we turn that off as well. So we don't turning them off. Automatic sample submission. So we've turned all of them off. Now, let us go back to our Linux attacking machine and see if the payload is done generating. Of course, so the byte is 73,802 bytes. So now if you say list, we should see the payload here. The payload was free airtime. So you can look for free airtime. This is it here. Free airtime. So I'm just going to copy it. Now I'm going to say move, sudo move. All right, free airtime. I'm moving into var / www/html. So this is the path that is gonna be, right? Sorry, I didn't put the file name, my bar. So here, that's the file name, so space. So having done this, move is being moved. So if I now say, this is where we already open it down here. So now if I say ls now, we should see the free airtime that is being moved. That's it there. So the next thing now, I'm still going to do something. I'm going to say this time around, sudo, we're going to give it. So if you check the permission of it, if you say list, long list, then you paste, you'll see that it has no execution permission, so it's not going to execute. So what we can do to make it execute is to say sudo, and then we say change mode, change modification, and then here we are just going to paste it, the file name, that's it. So plus X means to execute, right? So file permission means this is read, W means write, and then X is to execute. So once you do that, it will prompt for password. Just enter your password. Enter your password, and then if you say long list again, the same file, you notice that it has execution now, and you can see it showing as green. So now the next thing for us to do, there are two things we can do. We can either use Python 3, all right, Python 3 this, all right, Python 3, I will say http://server space 8080, because the port number is going to be 8080 to host the payload, so that on the internet, so that anybody can download it. But then I want to use Apache, so I'm going to say sudo system. You can use service as well. System Apache start Apache. That's it. Apache 2. Apache 2 is a web server. So here, enter. So Apache 2 is running already. So if I check status again, if I do this status, you should see that Apache 2 is running. It will show you right now is running. So now the payload has been hosted. What we can do now, based on the social engineering tricks. Now, I'm going to show you something. If I come here, I'm going to now enable. I'm moving on now. So I'm going to go to my Metasploit here. So I can do this. Let's see. All right, that's okay. So I'm going to go to my Metasploit now and say use exploit / multi handler. This is the exploit that we are going to use. Use exploit / multi / handler. Enter. And then we are going to say set payload. What is now going to be our payload? That Windows payload is going to be, let me show you the MSF Venom that we generated earlier. So if I scroll down, if I scroll up, I mean to say, so look at the payload here. So we can copy this. This is going to be our payload. All right, the local host is here. Everything is, all this information, the three of them, we are going to need them. So I'm going to come here and say, here, I'll paste it here. That's the payload. Hit enter. And then the next one is going to be set. So we can say, after setting the payload, we can say show options. We can do show options, but in this case, let's just say, okay, let's set local host. So our host is going to be my local IP. So, all right, that's my local IP. Then the next thing is going to be set local. The next thing is going to be set port, local port, which is 4444. All right, and then I'm going to just say run. So if I put this on run, it means that I'm waiting for the shell of the victim to be reversed. All right. Now, having done this, before I say run, I will come back here because this was what we needed earlier, that I didn't do that. So here, notice what is going on here. We've moved the payload. All right. This part here is what we are looking for. So if I now say pwd, so we see that we are working from home. But based on the fact that we are here already, we have moved the payload into this. I'm just going to exit this. We've moved the payload. Look at ls. The payload is here, right? So if I do pwd, you can see where we are working from. So this will be the part that's hosting the payload. So now I'm just going to copy this, paste it here, and then put /, copy this, all right, and then paste it in front of it as well. So now this becomes the full part. So I'm going to take this full part here, copy this full part here now, all right, to our social engineering that we did earlier. Look at it, you know, we were somewhere. It was asking us to enter the path to the file. So I'm going to attach it here now. This is the path to the file, all right. I'm going to say enter. So it's asking, do I want to attach an inline file, I'm still going to say yes. Yes. So it says enter the path. I can still repeat the same file right there. And then do I want to enter an inline file again? So if you have multiple files that you want to submit, you can keep attaching them and all that. So this time around, I will just say no. All right. And then if I say no, watch, it has started sending. It will start sending that email to the bulk users that were present. All right. I don't want to open the email and show you. I have like 5 email addresses there that is going to send to. So if I hit enter, it says press return. It says printing response. Password appears to be incorrect. Press return. Don't worry. Sometimes it shows that and then the email is sent. So you can see it's telling us that the first email has been sent. You can see that. Now it says press return again. But in most cases, it will just send it straight up to all of them without having to be entering this return. So it has sent to the second person. I will press return again. So that's what the mass mail attack is doing. You can see the way it's going. So this is going as well. Sent. Now return again. All right. Return again. That's it. So now it has finished sending. So now let me go to my email and see if I'm going to receive that email, so that you see the way it works. So I will come back to my mail and then I will refresh. If I refresh my email, I should get that mail that was sent out because this email is included. So let's see if it comes in. You can just wait a while. I want to show you how this works. Right, so we can go to, maybe we go to more, we check our spam, it might enter as spam. Let's just wait for it. Alright, so it appears that your password was incorrect. So here we can actually say, if we try to say return, it says the first email has been sent. Alright, sent to this. Alright, so you can say return again, type in return again. Second email has been sent, type in, just wait for it to finish, then we type in another one, return again. So I should get the email in my email box. So this is because it's saying that the password is not correct. But then you can still get this email. If not, it will just send all the emails at once and tell you that it's been sent to all of them. So let's see if we can get that email in our email box. So I will just navigate to my email box to check. All right, let's see if we get that. So I'll come here and so you can see that's it there. You see, that's what I told you. So right now, if we need to do this, click on it. That's it. So look at it. It's embedded right there. So this is the file. You can go to download. It says scanning for virus. You can see virus found. All right. So that's it. It's at risk. But then we are going to see, click on it to see if we can download it. So that is how to do the mass mailer. So sending it to multi-users at the same time. And anyone that clicks on it, so that's why your organization will try as much as possible to protect their email from spam. All right. So now let us see. Let me see if I can. It says virus found in the file. So in the absence, if it's not downloading, let's see. So you can see Google is trying to protect it. Google is trying to help you protect it. So now having done this, let's use the normal way to do that, since the Google is protecting this right now. So let's go by, we can simply use the IP address, the local IP, and say local IP was 192.168, all right, .19.130, then slash the payload. The payload was free airtime.exe. So if I do this, it should download the payload as well. All right, so now let me see. I'm just going to copy this right now so that I won't have to type it again. Let me take a look at this. I think this is it. I've already clicked on it, so I will just say keep the file. So you can see it's still saying that something is wrong with the file. So let me see if we can keep it anyway. So I will say keep it anyway. Now you can see it's downloaded, but before we run it, I will go to the Kali. We go to our MSF Venom and then say run. Now if we say run, it's going to be waiting for a reverse shell. So by the time we try to install that application on our Windows system, then you notice that it will reverse everything that we have here. All right, it will reverse what we have on the shell of our Windows to us here. So let us wait for this to set up first before we can go and try to install it. All right, so you can see it's saying that it's waiting, started reverse TCP handler on this. So now by the time we go back to our victim's machine and try to do this installation, click on it to install now. So it should be installing. Let's hold on for it. That's it. So it's warning us. So here click on more info and then say run anyway. So immediately we say run and the application starts to install. Right? You can see it's running. Now if we go to our Kali, we should see that you can see a shell has been found. So you can see that's it. So the Windows, look at Metapreter, has been found. So the Windows has been successfully hacked. So right now, let me show you something to know that this system has been hacked. I will just go to, let's go to, I can open CMD here, CMD, and then show you the host name that is there. So type in CMD, and then let me show you the host name that is there, so that we go to Kali and see the same thing. Just a moment. All right. Let's wait for it to come up. So if I say host name, enter, let's see what the host name is. So you can see the host name, desktop, U7. Now let's go here and check. So here we say get, or you can simply say sysinfo, info. Right? So you can see it's the same. So we are inside that Windows already. So from here now we can say get system. Right? If you say get system, so some of the commands we are going to run here, we need to do privilege escalation, which is not going to be in this particular video. So this will require elevation of privilege for us to do that. So other things we can actually do, we can simply say help to see what we can do. Now let's see what we can do now. If I scroll up under the Metapreter, if I scroll up, you can see we can do webcam, but then this is a virtual, so we will not be able to do most of this here, right here. But then we can do screenshots. We can delete a file, remove a file, edit, and do all sort of things. All right, do IP config on it, and then do background. But then there's something that I really want us to do right here. Let us record the screen. So right now, if I do IP config or IF config, we should see what is going on there. Let me see. If I press this, ifconfig, so you can see this is the IP address of that Windows 135. All right. Now if I go to the Windows itself to show you, I will say ipconfig, so you can see that's it, 135. So you can see it's the same thing as what we have here. And then even if you want to see maybe the NetBIOS information, all right, of that particular Windows, we should see that start. Let's see if we get something like that. All right, that's not it's not there. We can run that on the Windows itself. So next thing I'm going to show you is how we can do screenshots. But before then, just give me a moment, let me see. So these are the things we can actually do on this system. All right, we can do screenshot, we can do screen share, and all that. I want to go to the network portion of it and see what we can do. All right, so we can just do nstart, so you just nstart. So that's just nstart. So if we do nstart, here, nstart, we should see everything going on. So under the nstart, you should see what is running on the Windows system. That's all that we have there. All right. Then now let's do a kind of screen recording. So if we do help again, let's do screen recording. So and see, let me show you some of the few things we can do. So here, screenshot, we can actually screenshot what is going on there. Then screen share, we can actually screen share. Now let me put that on screen share. So if I say screen share, you see that it's streaming. Now if I come to the Windows here, all right, if I come to the Windows here and I do, anything I enter on this system should reflect on the other system because it's been successfully hacked. So if I come here now and I do, let me say maybe google.com, all right, so you can see it's opening Google right now, and at the same time, if I come to the Kali, you should see that Google is open there as well. So look at it, it's capturing the screen, it's sharing the screen. Look at the Google here, all right. So if I go back again and do the same thing, maybe I enter another site, maybe for example, I say ChatGPT, for example, chatgpt.com, hit enter. If I come back to this Kali, I should still see that ChatGPT is open. So this is how you can be monitored, all right? And the webcam can actually be taken as well. Then in our next video, we'll be doing the hash dump, and then we'll do privilege escalation and then do hash dump so you can see the way this works. So social engineering is a very powerful trick that is used to take advantage of, advantage of users to exploit their systems and all that. So if you like this video, like, comment, share, and also refer it to others as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to end today's session here. So see you in our next session, see you in our next video. So you can see ChatGPT is here as well. So see you in our next video. Thank you so much for watching.